I don't defend myself anymore. Not because I can't, not because I'm weak, but because I finally learned the difference between criticism and contempt. Criticism says, help me understand you, right? But contempt says that you're beneath me. And the moment someone insults your core beliefs, your spirit, the way you see the world, the relationship is already over, right? There's no fixing contempt. None. There's no debate that heals disrespect like that. No explanation that resurrects dignity once it's been murdered. So I stopped defending. Because defending myself to contempt is like pleading with a locked door that already decided you don't belong there. Already decided you're not welcome. I've learned the hard way not to beg to be understood by people who are committed to misunderstanding me. Let me be really clear, okay? I choose witchcraft and goddess lore not because I hate Christianity, but because I refuse to worship a system that amputated the feminine and called it holiness. And here's the part that it feels like men love to twist. I am, by definition, a follower of Christ. I've studied his ways. I've studied how he treated women. I studied how he broke rules that harm people. I studied how he exposed power structures, flipped tables, and said divinity lives within, not behind a fucking gatekeeper. I love Christ. There's wisdom there, deep wisdom. What I stand against is the institutions that hijacked his teachings and decided what humanity was allowed to fucking know. You ask if I found Jesus. I've never lost him. A church that withholds teachings because it fears an awakened population is what the church is. A church that buried sacred texts. A church that erased women's voices and then blamed women for being erased. They dismissed Mary's Gospels, not because they lacked the truth, but because they carried too much weight. Men have been silencing women since the Garden of Eden. A woman who taught direct knowing is dangerous to hierarchy. So don't confuse my reverence for wisdom with obedience to an institution that has never earned my fucking trust. This is this is what the matriarch movement means to me. This is what my life means to me. It's not man-hating. It's not anti-Christ. It's not rebellion for the sake of fucking rebellion. It's remembrance. And for you stupid men that don't get it, it's refusal to pretend that half of humanity didn't exist spiritually until men said so. I'm not your fucking toy. What I do is honor the wisdom that was burned, buried, silenced, and then blamed for the fucking silence. It's saying truth does not belong to one book, one gender, one language, or one fucking century. No. And before you judge my walk, my work, my voice, how about you talk to me? Actually talk to me. Not posture, not project, not diagnose. How about you listen? Because no two humans are having the same experience inside this body. Every single person you pass is carrying grief you can't see. Questions they've are afraid to ask, and a hunger that looks suspiciously like love. The more I get to know humans, the more I realize this. Most people don't want to be right. They want to be heard. I adore Buddha and his teachings, not because I want to escape life, but because presence is revolutionary in a world addicted to the fucking noise. I honor Sister Claire, a woman inside Catholicism who walked devotion without domination, faith without fear, and compassion without any kind of control. Sister Claire was a nun, a Catholic nun who I love. Wisdom shows up everywhere when you stop demanding it wear your preferred uniform, costume, or religion. Here's the line I won't cross anymore. I will not defend myself to people who mistake my curiosity for weakness and my boundaries for arrogance. When someone moves from asking questions to throwing contempt, the conversation is done. Not because I lost, but because I won. I choose peace over persuasion, alignment over approval, and I choose my nervous system over your comfort. You don't get to insult my core and still have access to my energy, my beliefs, my dreams. You don't get to mock my path and still expect my presence. I've never done that to you. And you don't get to rewrite my story because it makes you uncomfortable to see a woman who trusts her own knowing. I'm not here to convert anyone. I'm only here to remember myself. And I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to respect it. And if you can't, that's your answer. So I release the need to defend today, 12/24. I release the need to convince. I release the fantasy that everyone must walk beside me. Some people are lessons and some are mirrors and some are exits. But all of them are a part of the human experience that we're fumbling through together. I walk my path with reverence today and study the birds, the crows, discernment, fire, and passion. My truth unsettles some, and if that's the case, that's not my responsibility to soothe you. I don't defend myself anymore. I'm going to stand on that. It needs to be enough.